Power of the supports isn't too threatening for him as long as he has a decent amount of regen to fall back on. And well, there is,
I guess.
They also had to use that bottom shrine too. Demon currently getting stabbed up a bit. They have a early stack actually in that ancient camp for now, and King RD is going to be able to take away the bigger creep from that camp too. So he's already becoming quite the headache here for Complexity and for Demon in particular. Demon now forced to hide out behind this tower. He's drawing out exactly where King RD could be coming. And
he's gonna get him.
He's going in deep. He smells blood. Demon actually managed to eat his way through the tree and will be able to find his way out from trouble.
But King RD is back.
Oh, he's going to dive in for it. He needs it. He gets it. Oh, man. Unmerciful Demon mileage in this early game, and now going to be heading towards the bottom lane, giving SG the numbers advantage if they wanted to make an attempt at kind of swarming in a hold of Z-Freak, who recognizes it's 4 minutes and wanted to be able to make the dash out. He's going to have to link together with Moo, but I don't know if they're going to be able to bail him. They need a bit more. The deal is ticking. Is it going to be enough? The Fatal Bond, yes. It should be good. They'll get the finish there. And it's going to be SG leading out ADR here. We'll see if they're going to be able to get it. King RD is nearby on the Ricky, but the move has been made, and the Frostbite has been set up nicely from Demon. The LSA comes out, but it's not going to find the best connection, and it's going to be a quick hit-and-run job coming out from Complexity. King RD, though, currently stalking Demon, who's looking to go deep and probably plant a ward. This one will get quickly denied, though. I mean, King RD is just like, 100 gold if you want to plant that thing down. 100 gold for me.
Oh, Jimmy just running away.
Where's it going? It's just going to follow him the whole way. And eventually, Lena comes over and, actually manages to sidestep the LSA, but the chase will be there, and she'll be able to get the finish with the Dragon Slayer.
Actually. You can just do this all day.
Monster stackage happening here in typical Complexity Bristleback fashion. King RD and Cat, both kind of privy to it a bit, are soaking up the nearby XP and slowly converging over. Now they're going to look to make their strike. The Fatal Binds has been hit, and now they're going to be dishing out the dust, though, on their retreat. Z-Freak getting a lot of that damage. And now the Shapeshift comes out, and HFN goes on the prowl, looking to hunt down any Stranglers. He turns for the Courier instead, and we'll get that finish. The Fatal Bond will pop Z-Freak, and he thinks about running inside to go for Moo, but Moo is going to hit the showers and be fine. 30 seconds before that Shapeshift is going to be ready, and maybe Complexity know that, so they're looking to take a fight. A deep dive in from Moo, looking to go on ADR. He's eating a lot of damage as the Quills begin to stack up. He turns back a bit, and now the move's been weighed, and it's going to be a quick Laguna Blast onto Zac as he gets blasted down. The IO is going to be removed from this one. Demon over on the other side, though, gets caught with the stun and nuked apart. Double kill comes out.
They have good burst, but Warlock is level 4. He bought Tome of Knowledge, but he's not gonna get level 6 from that.
Would be great to have level 6 now, but the timing is just not there. And now Complexity thinking about making a move in. One Remnant forward. The second one will help him get close to Cat. Not chaining down that. There's going to be the chains connection, and he should be able to slowly burn him out. But no, King RD steps in, gets a smoke screen. Firo's going to be caught all alone here. The rest of his team back in behind. Just leads to an easy Ember takedown. Most out of the 2 spells, you know you're going to be blasting a lot of Demon here. Potential to kind of swing in from behind to go on to HFN. The relocate is also going to be coming. He goes for the Shapeshift, but they connect with the Frostbite. Can they burst him down before he's able to run out from trouble? Tricks of the Trade's going to be committed. He tries to run, but he goes right through the path of fire and will get torched up. A follow-up takedown will also be there as they get. It's a good time to fight, but it's actually Complexity who are going to be possibly coming into a good opportunity as they've swarmed in onto 2. HFN and King RD once again could be caught out. The Rock will be committed, but it may be too late for this fight. Tavo also going to get quickly assaulted and taken apart. This turns into another 2-man drop. An unfortunate misfire with the Rock as it comes just a bit too late. Complexity find a good time to strike and go in.
Yeah, again with a good movement from Complexity.
Already wonderful wards come out though from Complexity there in the mid lane, but it's bottom lane where they're going to get the jump and quickly take down ADR, who is kind of up in arms a bit with the Ember. It just is what he's building up for. He has a lot of money. Oh, other side, King RD might have walked himself up into a bit of trouble. Finds himself into a lot of wealth of Spirit Balls and Macro Pyre. Goes into Tricks of the Trade, tries to bail on out, but he gets hit with the chains, and now the Rock comes down, but it's too late to save him. There's a nice ice path connecting onto 2 from Swindle with a dual breath. makes it nice. The Laguna will be there to get the finish onto Z-Freak, but Cole have already hit him very hard, working around the wall as best as possible. And new Fatal Bonds will be connected here, but Moo clubs it home onto ADR and will be able to get the finish. HFN should be next, and he is gone. Triple kill comes out for Moo. It is a Complexity 5-man takedown of SG Esports. I don't know if you look at Jakiro in a fight and are typically like, oh yeah, that's a weaker support, I'll just kind of put all I got into, but he's able to kind of survive these long-winded fights, which, oh no, HFN! He just TP'd right into the middle of a whole lot of trouble, and he goes down! 25 seconds, no buyback. Unfortunate misplays. Things are crumbling apart quite a bit here for SG. The Brazilians trying to make it back inside. And look at this, ADR tries to head south, and he's not going to make it out. Things go from bad to worse. Complexity just unloading a full can of whoop-ass here onto SG as one by one they will begin to go down. Cat hitting the waters here, trying to stay alive, but it will only get drowned. Mega kill for Firo, and this just got real ugly real fast.
Yeah, this is the same thing with TA. The way I feel about Bristleback is the same way about the TA. You get a good team fight, you go to Roche, you get Aegis on him, and then you just continue to dominate. It's just too much of a snowball from these two heroes.
Obviously, with Aegis still hand, there's no reason for them to back off whatsoever. A couple of SG members are at the time. So what do? They begin to head back towards the direction of top. Tavo's here, and least suspecting of a possible gank. If he goes down, you're not going to be having a vacuum wall for your hideout and defense. Not unless you want to force a buyback, but he doesn't even have it. 45 seconds. He will not be there.
This is big, especially against Bristleback and Jakiro. They push so hard, so fast. Look at Bristleback, 300 damage.
Thugging away on that tier 3. Oh, poor little Lena just happened to walk in trying to defend. Now going to be forced to pop out the shrine. Turns back with the Dragon Slave, but can't seem to make it out. There goes the Macro Pyre, and she's suddenly gone. 40 seconds. We'll probably have to chew through a buyback now to just keep the team's head afloat. Tier 3 is going to be going down. They're looking to go for the racks too. Fatal Bonds has already been connected, but where is our mighty Rock? We're going to need to dish out something soon before you take too much catastrophic damage, and now they're going to be losing their prized wolf on the back line, and before they can even drop the rock, they're going to throw in the towel. This game 1 is over, and it belongs to Complexity.
Complexity, again, with the safe play. I mean, some teams, even from Tier 1...
Faceless Void.
Enigma has to step off and go to the shrine. It's kind of chaotic as all the supports play this little bit of a dance and just distract Surge. Can't quite decide on the target, but now that ADR has moved so far forward down the mid lane, he is just too tasty of a treat. He gets hit with a Fatal Bond, and then they go on in, and he dies so fast.
From the same room. Or
maybe
both have separate rooms.
For communication's sake, I'm sure they have separate sleeping quarters. Demon is in a battle cage right now with King RD, and they're probably playing a little closer than the brothers too. I don't know if they're looking to ditch this bottom lane. They planted a ward, and now SG are looking to make their move. The swarm goes out. They make connection with Demon, connect with the Fatal Bonds, but they're going to try to get a hold of him here on the other front. They quickly make work of Swindle. And then SG decided to pull back. No hard commitments were even made from SG to kind of get that done. But 2 go down, and a tier 1 will fall with it.
Well, this is why Clockwork is support. Clockwork is good against Darks here.
A Vanguard next.
Yeah. Oh, he's in on Dazzle.
They'll be fine. Oh, do they want to cancel it? No. Pump faked with the rock. Blink strike in, but not able to get a finish. Dazzle makes it back home. And Kohler here for a tier 1, and they're looking to get it done.
SG should not fight here if they think they can get a good black hole off, but this is really not a place to fight for
Oh,
them.
they're not heeding your advice. ADR just triple remnants in and has to walk through a smoke screen. Is able to finally get Demon down, but Demon is able to get the rock off. 40R is going to be done for. Ran down by Moon. King RD will, though, be able to get the pick and a finish onto Z-Freak. Lands down the cogs, but has to turn the other direction. That's when Moo makes his move. Jumps on in with the Chronosphere and finds good connection. Slowly beating down King RD while Chessie's able to move in and get the finish onto Tavo. But he is eating a lot of damage from HFN. They'll be able to burn through the Aegis, and now they head on over. Moo next on the docket will get jumped, but Jessie is able to hurdle on over and take King RD down. Snagging up his 3x kill streak. They're looking around for the Beetle. They get him with a smoke screen, and he'll get the time lapse off. Stepping back, C4T is there, but he does not have a mana for a Grave. Do they want to keep fighting? No, they don't.
30 seconds for Shrine.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Tavo pops his drums. He's looking to rush on in. Midnight Pulse and Malphus to go for Moo. Can he get the both of them with a black hole? He goes for it and gets a hold of Demon. Looking to pull him back in. Can they get the finish on Moo? Oh, he almost is able to get the time walk off, but he does end up going down. Demon should fall too. SG make the rotation towards the top lane and look like setting things up and getting that push along the bottom lane, but things have been stunted since then with multiple pickoffs on HFN. Did I say multiple pickoffs on HFN? Another attempted pickoff on HFN as Chessie makes the move in, but King RD shows himself from the trees. Nice little hookshot setup, and they'll get the finish. No one else from Cole bothers to go in, feeling like he's just in a bit too much trouble. This is turning into what was a wonderful baited setup from SG in that top lane.
That's really not a play you want to make.
Just snagged up too, as mentioned. And now it's Complexity heading the direction of Roche. They plant the sentry to the high ground. They see the sentry that they'll take down. And now will be taken on by SG. SG will even approach him into the high ground at this point. Melons goes to the low ground. He will lose his life. Demon also going to get dropped before a rock will be committed. SG happy to go to the balcony to take it. And Cole will be kicked out of the area.
Yeah, Darkseer committed wall there, so they know even if Darkseer buys back, they can still take a fight near the Roche pit.
Z-Freak is hanging around right now. I don't know if he's planning on doing anything cheesy here. Roche goes down, but he gets spotted right away. Aegis gets snagged up from HFN, and Zach might end up paying the price for even being around, it looks like. Tier 3.
Was that cheesy?
They're getting a lot of damage on this tower, and this could be quickly a free tier 3, and it's down. That means shrines are going to be available now for SG. That's some good money that they picked up, and they're not done yet. ADR comes into play, and now King RD makes a commitment, gets a hold of Chessie. Chessie now bumped to the low ground, but Moo moves in, gets a 3-man chrono. The follow-up damage now beginning to show itself as they hit him with the rock. The vacuum wall's also there. Counter black hole, but it's going to get quickly canceled out. Time dilation reeks through the Team SG as now Z-Freak and company begin to slash on forward and get the takedown. HFN, though, the last true damage dealer, looks like caught himself under the smoke screen, tries to dance around the corner. Heading up to the high ground, can he get a hold of Z-Freak? Now spots him, hits him with a diffusal, and will be able to bring him down over on the other side. They were going to be able to get the finish as Chessie grabs and takes down ADR, 2 separate fights. Which fight were you watching?
I was watching the bottom fight, but I saw...
SG now back to the pushing game here. They've already taken down this tier 3 in the bottom lane. Taking a Rax would make it all the better at getting their chances into a game 3. A little bit of bumpage right there. The Crow's going to be coming out. A Grave is there. Can they get the save on the Weaver? He is going to be able to get off the time lapse, and he is good. Hides right behind the wall, but actually ends up dancing right through it as he tries to poke onto the Rax. Now finds himself stuck into a bit of a corner where Complexity can't quite approach yet. They've already lost Chessie, and they need to wait 10 more seconds before he's going to be here to take a fight. King RD, unfortunately missing the mark on his hookshot, it looks like. Has to back off to the low ground a bit. This wall is actually holding him off a little bit, but eventually HFN will be able to make it in. Tries to go for the fish on the Rax, can't quite get it down. The rock will be dropped right on top of him. King RD locks him in. Moo tries to right-click it about, forced to go to a Manta, then time walks back and away. Meanwhile, Chessie to the low ground, looking to get a hold of Tavo here. Still has 20 seconds before a black hole will even be able to make its way into a fight. Chessie now finds himself eating way too much damage. It's HFN with a double damage, doing so much work. This Ursa is gone for 70 seconds. Demon meets the same fate, getting shot down shortly thereafter. Now SG can kind of get back to the grind and finish out the second Rax. Buybacks forced out now, but Demon had already spent his rock. Simply SG could turn and run with a huge, huge advantage.
There's no buyback on Ursa, but there's a tier 2 tower on top, so they need to get back
Ursa
there so he can toss him in the air after he uses Enrage. There's no BKB on Ursa.
Moo, chain down. Does need to get away from the damage of HFN. It's just a bit too much. He quickly rushes out. He gets some assistance from Swindle there with the surge. Meanwhile, Chessie hiding within the trees, and so is Demon. Demon gets spotted and blasted down. Long
Good
jump
hook.
comes in from RD to lock in the bear, and now he is feeling the pain. He is going to be forced to pop out the ulti. They just need a little bit more to take him out of the game, and he knows it's over for him. He turns to fight, but he is gone. 70 seconds without a buyback. Davo makes a move, creating the black hole that will lock in Moo to go for the finish. And they get him out. This one should help secure the game for SG. Very well played there at the end. Swindles taking out the captain, as the nail in the coffin would only be all the sweeter here.
It is time to call it. Or they might prolong it. There's tier 2 tower on bottom, but they're gonna lose Raxus, bake him into Chronosphere, I guess.
Rock. Yeah.
Rock. Yeah, Fatal
See if
Ones.
they can do it. Hey!
Yo!
Hey! There's a ball. He got Swindle though. And now the rock is going to get dropped. And this one got awkward real fast here. It looks like SG are going to go in and unmercifully beat them down. ADR actually potentially in a bit of trouble, but another wonderful grave is there. He gets forced off to the side. He goes into the Remnant Slight. He manages to blink away, and he is gone. They still won't even be able to bring him down.
Can someone buy back?
HFN is just doing the rest of the work. 18-1-11. The call will be made, and we're going to be going to a game number 3.
Yes, we are. Well, SG is showing their true potential again on their server. It's the same thing that happened yesterday and the day before. Seems like besides...
Naga Siren.
And scared out of the lane briefly. They already used their shrine to kind of get themselves back into fighting shape. If they come back into this lane just to get beaten down once again, it's going to be a tough pill to swallow here for Cole. But they're swinging. They actually almost got King RD down. He's going to be able to get the invis and walk away.
Oh, missed the
swing and a
DK.
miss. He tried to go for the DK kill, but not guess appropriately. And they're still swinging. Now they see C14. They're going to make their move in with the ensnare, and they'll get it done. Z-Freak, stacking in all that strength, was able to punch it home.
Well, yeah, you can't man fight against 24 DK Undying. He has 100 plus damage.
It's off a rip, heals up a bit. That's when King RD steps in for the leech seed. The levels 2s are now starting to come out, and things continue to get frisky at the top. I want to quickly scope out King RD is hoping for maybe a potential setup on the Swindle Melons, who's gotten his duel now.
Yeah, another Sunstrike in 5 seconds.
No bash, but they do have the epicenter here. That with the leech seed and a Sunstrike. Just misses the mark, but they're still going to be able to get it. Swindle Melons does go down.
A lot of fights which benefit him a lot.
They are pinging on the Swindle here as he's getting stalked currently by King RD, but it looks like they've been able to see even a better target in Firo nearby. They set it up with a good Tavo Burrow strike, and then the Sunstrike will be there for ADR.
10 more mana, and he will go in, cast it with Sunstrike, should be enough.
It's
time to go. He's
Here
going
we go. Boom! Hits it up with the epicenter. There's the Burrow. There's the Sunstrike, and that is clean cut.
10 more mana, and he will go in, cast it with Sunstrike, should be enough.
It's
time to go. He's
Here
going
we go. Boom! Hits it up with the epicenter. There's the Burrow. There's the Sunstrike, and that is clean cut debut of a Blink Dagger. Bottom lane, though, they might get a good trade, and they will. There's your first duel of the game, and it's going to be on a nice target. HFN's Weaver going to be decimated in the bottom.
Yeah, Weaver with Hand of Midas against Naga. As I mentioned, you want to have...
Kava leading out the front. He's got epicenter and everything ready to go. There are some Cole members right in the mid. There's going to be the lead in Burrow. Sunstrike's also there. Z-Freak eats a hard shot. Demon, though, able to set up a pretty good rock on top while Swindle gets off the dual finish onto the Dazzle. Taking him out of the fight right away. This looks great for Complexity as they take over the mid lane and now pushing for this tier 1. They got hard committed in for Z-Freak, but maybe we're not anticipating so much. But look at the counter. Here comes the epic blinking from Tavo. Gets good connection onto 2. Both Demon and Swindle will end up getting dropped on this one. Now the tornado is going to be out. HFN looking to sweep on in, gets the chains off, makes it to the high ground. Z-Freak makes his return, goes into the ulti and starts dishing out the decay. But they get the stun connection and the meatball drop onto Firo. Hit him with a deafening blast and one more right click and he will get dropped. Just as Complexity were actually turning the fight over in their favor, it's Firo actually headed out, expecting that to be the case nonetheless. Swindle invis mid lane with a blink decker good to go, but King RD is also on their side and could be able to kind of stalk him. The burrow comes out and the move has been made, but the counter rock is also going to get dropped. There goes the root. King RD tries to walk away from the trouble, and Complexity head the other direction just as Firo tries to remnant it. He gets hit with a tornado EMP combo, and he'll be stopped right there. Complexity cannot push themselves further past the river after committing these big ultis.
Send XP gain. That talent, if you wanna like finish the game, it's good to hit level. Oh, another solo kill.
Yep.
I was saying if you wanna finish the game earlier, you go for
the
the
arcanes to get the radiance faster. I'm not too sure. I wasn't there to see it, but does he have a song now? Because
yeah,
he does.
Oh my.
He does. He walks in. This Roche is almost dead. They're going to move in and try to go for the finish, maybe, but it doesn't take enough time, and HFN is going to be able to get the finish and snag up the Aegis regardless. And now the fight breaks out, and it's going to be 40-yard looking to weasel out the other way. The Tavo commitment of the epicenter to chase down Moo, and they should be able to get the Naga taken apart. She gets hit with a glimmer, and it gets hit with the soul rip, but it's not going to be good enough. Z-Freak should be going down next, and it's a scramble for Complexity to be able to make it out. Firo tries to re-engage. They are going to be able to bring down 2 from SG, and are going to be able to force out the Aegis. Do Cole want to stay in play here?
I don't think Cole should fight anymore.
Nice tornado connection right there. With the Sunstrike, deafening blast, they are going to snipe Demon down. But here Cole thinking about still dancing around the tier 1. Suddenly a quick stun, and Z-Freak almost loses his life by the sheer damage that HFN can output. Follow-up root's going to be there from King RD, but here comes the counter rock getting dropped down from Demon the Rock Johnson. Now on top of the head, and the Legion Commander going to get bursted apart. The epicenter comes out from Tavo and shreds work across Cole. Re-engagement comes out from Firo as he gets a good remnant play, sealing out the finish onto King RD, but it is SG who hit it a bit harder this time. Firo, though, still swinging it about with Tavo a bit, while the Rockman is chasing down C4T. Him in that Radiance burn is going to get the job done. But here comes HFN and Tavo making chase for Firo now. And he's trying desperately to break away from this bug creep and make it away, but eventually it is going to be his mid lane area. Could possibly be approached here now as SG head that direction. Nearby is Moo. He pops out the song. He catches everybody. Everyone's caught inside the song. Is there anything Cole can do with this? They've dropped down the tombstone, a minor overwhelming odds, but now the root will come out. And as they are frantically spread, you're going to see the duel on one side, and they're going to be able to get the quick finish onto Tavo. A nice lead-in for Cole on this one, and they fight from the other side. But look at HFN moving in, and just the thunder crushing right through him as the Maelstrom just continues to proc. Swindle forced to hide under his invis and run away. Moo is already gone out without a buyback, and it looks like they may be able to get Z-Freak too. They catch him with a nice little tornado, lay down the ice wall. Coming in from behind, though, is going to be Firo and Swindle trying to get the pick on the King RD. There's going to be the rock drop onto 3 of them. But HFN is just doing way too much damage at this point, and he is destroying everything in front of him. The gem had been put on the ground, but it looks like it could be claimed from SG. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to see Complexity flip this one around. Oh, they tried to go for a behind-the-back Roche play, but look who's around. SG say, that's ours. To the high ground you go. They look to set him back. Demon's going to get taken care of, but they are going to be able to at least get off the rock. But who has rocks himself? It's going to be the Invoker, dishing out a refresher of a combo. Moo will be able to make his hasty escape back inside the base, but for the stragglers, they are desperate to try to run and make it out. Firo here, now getting chased up. There's HFN. Let's see how hard he hits. Oh. Damn.
Hard enough.
Are you a believer of Cole?
Yeah.
Let me hear you.
I'm a realist, and...
Come on, guys. Let's see what they can do. Early song will come out from Moo, slowing down just the bits of damage that are already being dished. They still have a glyph to fall back on, but now the damage is going to be going out. There goes the glyph. Tavo is committing in with the epicenter right on top of Firo. committing out the slights as best he can. Already having to head back home. It's HFN looking for the playoffs, going for nothing but the throne itself. And the Ancient will be theirs in just a few more shots. It is finally going to be done as it's